Yay! Yay! Yes! Yes, we were right. Yes! Heck yeah, dude. Your boy was right. Hell yeah! They are doing all of that. Yes! Yes! Heck yeah! Sweet victory, baby! I was right. They are doing all of that. Heck yeah, dude! Woo! Party in my house, baby! Ooh, it feels good. Pat myself on the back. It feels good, baby. It feels sweet. Hell yeah, dude, we were right. They are raping kids and killing them. Hell yeah, dude. Victory is mine! Hell yeah, dude! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is my victory lap. Today is my victory lap. Sweet, sweet victory, and it couldn't be sweeter, ladies and gentlemen. Turns out we were right. Yes! Yes! Feels so good to be right. Ooh! I feel like the original Ghostbusters right now, dog. I feel like the straight up original Ghostbusters, man. Feels so good being right about this, man. Feels very nice. Do I need to drive the joke home, niggas? Because I just saw chat and some of y'all sounded dumb. The joke is I don't want to be right about this. The joke is I want to be a kooky conspiracy theorist. You get it? Is everybody getting the joke? The joke is I want to be wrong.
Big Boss tipped $6.90. It's the type of victory that makes you want to light yourself on fire while running headfirst into oncoming traffic. We stay winning.
Exactly, Big Boss. Stay winning out here. Stay winning. We stay winning, bro. We stay winning out here, bro. Hell yeah, bro. I don't know what to say about it all.
At Extanglia super chatted $5. Suit and tie gang, bruh.
Yeah, I'm taking it seriously out here. I'm doing it big out here. Thank you. Let me get you guys your sounds. Here's your sound, Extanglia. Can you even hear it? And here's the sound, Big Boss. Yeah, I'll do a show. So yeah, I don't know what the Jews are doing. Everything we said they are. Whatever. It's weird when old news becomes new to people. Am I gonna rehash it? What's there to say? It's worse than what they tell us. It's worse than what the documents have revealed. There's more documents that haven't been revealed. There's videos that are going to come out. And it might be part of the PSYOP. Part of the PSYOP might be to show us our sons and daughters being tortured and raped. We live in hell. Long story short, feels good to be back, baby. Feels good to know we were right, baby. I was right. We do live in hell. I was right. This is hell. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Nice. Nice. This is cool. Heck yeah. Nice. Nice. Glad to be right. If anybody who has done a deep dive into the documents feels like coming on and talking to me about it later, I'll open up the Discord for you.
Bree tipped $5.
Thank you, Bree. Here's your sound. All right. Let me set up a little goal on here. I got a lot of notes. We'll see if I can mentally get there. I'm doing the... If we hit the goal, goal. If we don't hit the goal, no goal. You understand? Pretty simple. Pretty simple situation. Facial expression master is lit. I'm taking a small break from chat. I'm looking at chat a little, giving more attention to super chats for my mental health. So I'll periodically check chat, but I'm not going to sit there and stare at a scroll that is constantly augmenting my mood. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that to myself. So occasionally I'll check back, see what you guys are saying. I got 2 effed up this past week. I got 2 messed up, yo. I'm releasing Chasm on Friday. We'll get into all of this. I have so much stuff for my show today, but I could not organize it. I got some papers here, some documents. I have some documents here. Okay. Yep. Yes, I do. And we'll be working from this document. What else we got here? Got something over here. It says, boy. I also got some videos over here. I don't even know.
Metal Stalfos tipped $10. Learning about the evil in the world and amongst our world leaders is what convinced me God is real. I can't accept evil without believing there is good. Then I discovered Andrew, Jim Bob, and you. I'd if that means anything, but that's what it is for me.
It does mean something to me. It does. I had a similar trajectory. I mean, I knew God was real, but seeing the evil of the world definitely kind of changed how I it made you realize how serious this was to be in a fallen world. And I think at the end of the day, that's probably going to be my takeaway. I've never felt less like this world is my home. Might just be this tight suit jacket, but I feel very uncomfortable in this world. Might just be this top button. Looking yellow, but it's not me. It's this freaking new camera. I'm trying to make this work. I'm having some issues with this new camera. But it's sick because I don't have to use NVIDIA Broadcast to take out the background. Yeah, it's a little wonky. It's a little wonky donkey. Maybe I'll just do purple. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do purple. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm purple. I don't know. Being red-pilled, I've talked about a lot. It's a traumatic thing. I don't know what these people are going to do with this information. I think a lot of them have already become so callous to reality that nothing you show them will change anything. I forget who's oh yeah, like you see the millennials and Zoomer, or I guess it's millennials at these no ice rallies, watching people get shot, and they're just like, dude, they're just like, dude, why are you doing that? Dude, why would you do that? What the heck, bro? That's effed up, man. Stop shooting that guy, dude. It's just nothing. It's nothing. There's nothing actually happening inside of them. They're witnessing murders or whatever. They're witnessing the ICE agents defend themselves against the tyranny of the stupidity of democracy, of whatever. But they don't actually feel anything. There's nothing you could show them that they haven't already masturbated to. That was bars. Didn't even know I was about to hit a bar like that. Didn't even know I was about to grind a rail. Try and get this to look good, man. I like this camera, but it makes me look weird. This camera makes me look weird.
At Randolph Wessler super chatted $2. Goal.
Thank you, Randolph Wessler. I feel like the original Ghostbusters right now. Straight up original. Oh my gosh, what is this? What the hell is happening here? I'm about to hit the freaking intro button on y'all. This whole show's gonna be the intro button. As long as this is up, the show hasn't started, you can't be mad at me. Is the music playing? Yeah, there we go. I have to make this look nice. This camera is different. This camera's got no give to it. You gotta give me a little. Give me something, camera. I look like the original Ghostbusters. I'm just gonna reset everything. That's pretty good. I could just brush my teeth. Honestly, I could just brush my teeth. I did put on a suit. It wouldn't be the end of the world for me to just brush my teeth. But then I wouldn't be true to myself. And then you guys, then it wouldn't be the Hello Listener show. Or whatever. Hey guys, welcome to the show. Wait, hold on, let me turn off the intro. Hey guys, welcome to the show. My name's Hello Listener. You can call me Quantorf. I might have wrote something down tonight. Friggin' stupid. You see. All right, fine. Here we go. This is what's been going on. Who cares? Who the hell cares? Who cares? I'm in a suit. I don't even know where to begin with this freaking nonsense. I'll have somebody on later maybe to talk about Epstein if you guys want to talk about Epstein, but it's like, what? They revealed a little bit of what we've always known. Well, okay, good. That's great. I can't wait to see people be up in arms. I can't wait to see everything change. And then Elon says what they have to do is release the videos. That's really going to blow people's minds. I don't know, there's something weird about that. Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait till we all see videos of baby torture. You know, when I was a hardcore Wignat psychopath Nazi, I ended up on this site called Vote, because back then there was no place for us. We were kicked out of every country club, all online places where we could hang out. And so we were relegated to this goofy website full of FBI agents trying to convince you to do a crime. They're like, you don't care. If you really cared, you'd do some crime. That sort of thing. Kind of like the 9 Angles situation. A bunch of 9 Angles guys hanging out with people who are traumatized because of what they just learned about the world. I was on the latter half. Hi, I'm traumatized. Hi, my entire world is shattered before my eyes, and now I know that demons run our world. Hi, I've just learned that demons run our world. And there's no evil that I can imagine that they haven't done worse. Hi, I just learned that. Help me. And they're like, you don't care. If you really cared, you'd do a freaking crime. If you really cared, you'd commit a terrorist attack. Just, that's all you got. That's all you got while you just sat there and suffered. Alone. Suffered alone.
Stanglia super chatted $5. Tony, when you get a second, I uploaded in the Discord a picture of the Epstein files in book form that I have. You will enjoy it.
You upload a picture of the Epstein files in book form that I have. You will enjoy it. All right, let me take a look. Their Encyclopedia of Hell. An invasion manual for demons concerning the planet Earth and the human race which infests it. Translated from the demonic by Martin Olson. The Olsen twins, Dad? Chung. Badam. Chung. I just don't like it this red. I don't like it this red. This is too red. Look, my eyes are red, my teeth are yellow, and my teeth aren't yellow. My teeth are nice. What was I saying? So what we did, we all got traumatized. We all got red-pilled and traumatized and then simultaneously, once we all got traumatized, they kicked us off every platform. So we had nowhere to go with our thoughts. And if we tried to talk to anybody about it, we were, you quickly learn not to do that. Let me just put it like this. You quickly learn not to talk about it to anyone because they all looked at you like you were a psychopath. Wouldn't that be so sick if I was just a psychopath? I wish I were just a psychopath. Oh my gosh, that'd be so much better than the truth. That I'm Captain Tapped In. Oh, that's so preferable. Anyway, so I will be on these sites. Vote, I don't think exists anymore, but I'd be on there. And everybody would be talking about, You know, it's just you and the feds hanging out. Me and Mossad hanging out on Vote. And what would happen is people would upload WebMs on this site. And I quickly learned not to download WebMs because when you clicked them, it automatically downloaded to your phone. So that's probably a psyop. They probably got me on that. And then you would click it, they'd be like, yeah, it's like this. And you'd be like what? And you click the WebM, and then it would just be the most horrible thing you'd ever seen. And so I saw a lot of horrible stuff. I'm not gonna go into detail. Not pornographic stuff, but violent stuff. And I have spent my whole life avoiding stuff like that. That's something I should say. I spent my whole life, I went over a friend's house one day. I worked at McDonald's, and one of the guys was like, dude, come hang out at my house. And I was like, okay, that'll be fun. I like friendship. And he showed me a video of some Asian girl. I'm sorry for even saying this, but some Asian girl puking into a bucket and drinking it over and over again. And it was the most disturbing thing I'd ever seen. And I was like, why would you show me that? And he was like, isn't that crazy, dude? Isn't that crazy? Why did you do this to me? Why did you do that? Why did I have to look at that? And I remember, there's just a type of person that likes that sort of stuff. I remember somebody showing me motorcycle accidents. And I made sure to avoid my entire life seeing stuff like that, because every time I saw something like that, it broke something in me. And then I became red-pilled and got relegated to some weird website, and I just got bombarded with it. So that understanding of how evil the world is really put things in perspective for me. That this isn't a game, These people are desperately holding on to an SSRI LARP. That's what they're doing. They're desperately holding on to an SSRI LARP. They don't realize that not only is the world they knew gone, but it never existed. They wanted it to be simple. They wanted it to be easy. At best, when it came to Christianity, they wanted it to be tacked on to their lifestyle and just be like, yeah, and I believe in Jesus, so I'm going to heaven. Yeah, I have a really cool life and everything's sick, and don't worry about the strange new people moving into my neighborhood. They're just like me, and homosexuality is sick. Everyone has a gay best friend in all the sitcoms, and he's wise but also funny. Republicans are retarded or whatever. It's an SSRI LARP. And they need drugs to maintain it. They need drugs and constant distraction. And you can't blame them, in a way, because you know how traumatic it was for you when you realized what was actually going on in the world. It was overwhelming. You could have lost your mind. You could have easily lost your mind and been in jail, Tony. You could have been in jail instead of here when you actually found out what was going on. And I think some part of them, in the same way that they resist Christ, they resist this. Thank you, Lasagna. Oh, also extend. Let me just get this thought. You know how I talk about the same part of you that seeks to know the truth, seeks Christ? The same part of you that seeks the truth seeks Christ, and the same part of you that seeks Christ seeks the Orthodox Church. And so there's this weird overlap between being red-pilled and becoming a true Christian. That's just true. But there's also this other aspect of it where you do everything you can to stave off the truth. You do everything you can to make sure that these things don't get in. Because some part of you knows that you're wrong. The part of you, that small voice that whispers that you're made in the image of God and that life has meaning, knows that you're lying to yourself. I felt it my whole life. I did. I felt it my whole life. That I was holding on to an illusion because I wanted the illusion. You know, I wanted Toys R Us, and I wanted, anime night on the Sci-Fi Channel, and I wanted the world to just be this simple thing. I wanted there to be no heaven and hell. Now I crave the two.
At Alexander Medeiros super chatted $5.
Thank you, Alexander Medeiros, and thank you, Lasagna. I'm going to hit you guys with the sound in a minute. Now I crave them. Now I crave righteousness and justice. And I see how powerful these people are in this world. Not actually powerful, but powerful in a fallen world where we all kind of agree to prop them up and allow them to do whatever we want to varying degrees to allow ourselves to live in our SSRI LARP. You know, it's kind of like a Tower of Babel, where at the bottom we're just content with pretending that the media that they feed us and the lifestyles that they offer us as options, and we'll pretend that life is the sum of its parts. In return, we'll let you lead us. And our leaders are like, we'll pretend to lead. In return, you let us do savage acts to children. And at the very top of this satanic pyramid is Satan. And now I want hell to exist. It does. I want hell to exist, I just don't want to go there. But if there's no justice for the evil of this world, yeah, there is. I don't know what our reaction to all this is supposed to be. Maybe it's supposed to be, I think I do know. Part of me thinks that, can it be any clearer that you need to live for the next world? Could it be any clearer? Yeah, I want to go to war. Yeah, I want to change everything. But a lot of people have. And it's in God's hands, not mine. But I do know that there's a better world. A world where none of these people get to go. It's got very strong borders. If Abraham is any sort of authority, then you'll know that there is a great chasm between where the rich man and Lazarus go. And there's no way for them to cross it. Alex, here's your sound. Lasagna, here's your sound. A lot of mouth noises right now. Sorry. So sorry. Lasagna, here's your sound.
At Austin D'Italio 6,682 super chatted $5.
What the heck is going on? Extanglia, here's your sound. Randolph Wessler, here's your sound. And Austin, here is your sound. I hate the color of the show today. I'm so mad. I'm so mad about this color. I'm so mad about it. I hate how red it is. I don't know how to fix it. Maybe I should do something like that. That'd be pretty lit.
And Lasagna super chatted $4.99 for the goal.
Thank you, Lasagna. Here's your sound. Give me 1 second. Super chat. Now, super chat. Super chat. Now, this is a concept that just makes sense to me. You just give me your money, even though this is free. Hi, I'm Hello Listener. I made you free content. It's free. You can watch it. You can watch it for free. But don't, instead don't. Instead, give me your money and potentially interrupt the flow of the show. Hi, everything is covered in germs. If you don't super chat me, I'm gonna get a disease. I'm gonna touch something with salmonella on it. If you don't give me a big donation. Hi, you didn't buy my music. I told you to buy my music and you didn't. Instead, you super chatted me. Instead, you just gave me money for nothing. Continue to do so. Do it again. This isn't a one-time thing. That was last time. This is a new time. Oh, did you already today? Do it twice today. Did you already give so much? Oh, is your child going hungry? Did you give all your money to Hello Listener? A lot of people have a lot of problems, Cassandra. Okay? I'm gonna get salmonella. Did you know that for the same price as a packet of eggs, you can enrich a fat? Hi, this is the Tyrannosaurus Rex, creature of the jungle, one of the world's strongest dinosaurs. Sup?
At Sterling Bellows 5,186 super chatted $4.99. It's sad that the majority of the world will never understand how profound the words you just spoke were.
Thank you, Sterling Bellow.
At Lasagna super chatted $4.99.
Thank you, Lasagna. Here's your sound, Sterling. And here's your sound, Lasagna. Dang.
At Austin D'Italio 6,682 super chatted $5.
Thank you, dude. Here's your sound.
At Lasagna super chatted $4.99.
Thank you, Lasagna. Here's your sound.
At Dead to the World 71 super chatted $4.99.
Thank you, Dead to the World. Here's your sound. What if I just kind of like take out the red? It's just too red. It's too red. What if I just say, get out of here, red? What's that like? Just get out of here, you red. What's that like? Is that something? And then what? Nothing. Wait. I could do the. It's too much. It's too much. There's nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do. This is what my life is like today. I could kind of like F it up a little bit. Hit y'all with the internal thickness. Wait, sorry. Sorry. This is good. I could go like this. I could bleed. Kind of hit him with a crazy. Neo-Byzantium will be the greatest hip-hop album in the history of mankind. Much love, Tony and chat. What up, Lighter Tabor? Guys, subscribe to Lighter Tabor if you haven't. If you haven't, what the heck you mean? I know you did. I know you did. I'm just gonna putz around all day. I can't do it like this. There's got to be some solution. Very superstitious, riding down the wall. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo. What y'all know about that superstitious writing? Whatever. Fine. Fine. Looks bad instead of good. Fine. Fine. So, yeah, I got a lot of stuff to go through. I don't even know how I'm going to go through it, but I guess I'll give it a shot. Here we go. Sussany Griffith, thank you so much. Oh.
Suzanne Griffith tipped $5.33.
I also just realized we hit a goal, so excuse me 1 second. I was worried about paying my bills this week. I was worried that I'd be poor. I was worried I'd have to live in the streets, go to Arby's to charge my phone. I was worried that you didn't like me no more. I was worried that I fell off. I'm about to have a day on panic attack, cause I thought you would hit the goal. But you hit the goal just now. Well done, chat. I could have putzed around with this all day with the look of the show today. You know I could have. I still want to. I almost don't even want to do my show. I just want to putz around. I could also switch to my other camera. But I'm not gonna. Oh, it's so red. It's so red. It's so red. Did you hear my throat just gurgle? It's pretty cool. All right. Let's do a couple things. Recap. Friday, the show was insane. Things got real dicey. I ended up going pretty dark. I can't do it. What's up, Turquoise Champions? All right. Did I miss anybody for sounds? Let me know if I miss you for sounds. You're mad, Tony? All right. What do I say? What do I say? What do I say? What's there to say? What's there to say? I'm trying to recap. Maybe I got to get there. Let me get there. I got a couple things. Let me just read some notes until I get to where I need to get to say the important things. Here's a note. Don't worry, guys. I'm sure they'll give us protected class status and return the favor once we're the minority. That's a joke. They won't. Oh, well, this gets me started. So on Friday, the show, let's just do a quick review. At a certain point in my crazy show on Friday, I started screaming at somebody who was watching, and I told them a pretty funny thing that's pretty crazy to say to someone. Also, give me a. If my breath is coming into the mic the way it did that night, you have to let me know. I gotta do fixations. Headache. I just gave myself a headache. Yeah, the show looks sick. You're right. Next song's Cutlass Supreme. No. Alternative to what? Let's talk about leftists. Alternative to what? Being a human being? Alternative to what? You're not an alternative. You're as boring as they get. Nothing more boring in this world than a leftist. Nothing in the world more boring than a frickin' leftist. Nothing. Boring. Boring, uninteresting people. That's what a leftist is. A leftist is a boring, uninteresting person. That's what a leftist is. What's a liberal? The most uninteresting people you can possibly imagine. Hook, line, and sinker. Following every single narrative that gets sent their way by the NGOs, by the bot farms, by the media, by Don Lemon. You're fighting the power just like Donald Trump wants you to, bud. Maybe I was drunk. Oh, we're taking the blue hair. The blue hair's ours now. Here's the problem, Maria. Everything that you thought was a personality, we're stripping it from you. You thought that was a personality. You thought that was a personality. You thought, well, I understand that I'm too afraid to think for myself, and so I just have to reflect whatever the freaking whatever the elites tell me is real. But my hair's blue and I'm a fag. That's got to count for something, right? Hey, I got a piercing and I kissed a dude. That's got to count for something. No, we're taking that too. We're taking that. Now, here's the problem with that. Now, here's the. Now, I don't know if you caught it, but there's a small issue with what I just said there. Now, it was a little late, and I probably should have chose my words more carefully, been more specific on what I meant there. But what I did say there is, hey, I kissed a dude, and then I say, we're taking that too. We're kissing dudes. The far right, we are gay now. We're all going to be homosexuals, so you can't even do that. And I'm sorry, but there's some bridges I won't cross to get what I want. And that's one of them. Hi, I'm Hello Listener. Hi, I'm Hello Listener. And I want nothing more than to see my enemies crushed and watch their ashes float into the atmosphere. But one thing I won't do to get it is be a gay guy. Thank you. I'm not gonna do that. Yes, I'll do so many things to get what I want. I'll have a show. I'll be unfathomably based. I'll offend everyone and ruin my personal life. I'll probably do some crimes eventually. But one thing I won't do is be a gay guy. And I want all of you to take that to heart. If the only way you can beat them is to be a gay guy, say, fine, you win. That's where I draw the line. You win, Jews. This time. You win this time. It rarely comes down to that. It rarely comes down to being gay in order to stop the Jews. I don't foresee that being what's going to happen here. And I'll tell you why. It's because it's a battle between good and evil. Truly, it's a battle between good and evil. And gay is in the evil category. So it's just off limits. Fellas, don't be gay to pwn your enemies. I don't like what you guys are saying. I'm not like Fuentes. I'm wearing a suit. You guys said you liked the suit. I'm taking the suit off. I freaking good. What? They're telling me that I'm like Nick Fuentes and I'm a gay guy. I hate my fans. It's a joke? Maria says it looks good. But women are basically like they have the mind of a gay. Women have the minds of gays. It's disgusting. It's almost... Okay, let me stop. I am Fuentes Maxing now. I'm Fuentes Maxing now. It's almost kind of gay to be into women. They're so soft and cuddly and beautiful. What are you, gay? What are you, like, pretty stuff? You fag? Sorry. Okay. Just... You know, this was supposed to be a vindicating moment, and I feel like I've just dug a deeper hole. Oh, no. Okay. So needless to say, the show on Friday, it went off the rails. It went off the rails. The next thing that happened is I screamed. Also, the person that I thought was a liberal, I didn't look at their name. I just read their words. It was just EBT. He was just making some jokes, but it just activated me. Everything from you. We're taking it all. You get nothing. You'll have nothing when we're done with you. You understand that? You'll have nothing when... That sounds so cool if you don't add gay. Thank you, Unhip Let me set up another goal.
Unhip tipped $4.20.
420, dude. That reminds me of weed, brother.
At Super Shattered $5. Hey, look. It's Hello Fuentes.
Hey, look, it's a Mexican. All right. So here we go. We're done with you. And I promise you that. I promise you that. I'm playing this song again. So this is a little crazy too. And I'm breaking my headphones. My soul is sick. Started a fight. Lot of missteps. You know, you got the 3 Orthodox crosses over your head while you're basically crashing out to music about destruction. Take it in, people. These are my failures. Oh, I should evolve and move out of stuff. This place is the ghost. This place is the best. And I can't lose. 'Cause no one will save me. I can't lose. Nobody to take me in. And I can't lose. It's just really intoxicating, the hook on there. It's very intoxicating to me. Also, the actual meaning gets lost because the hook's so good. The hook hits so hard that it feels like a song about, I don't know, manifest destiny, Machiavellian sociopath, but it's actually a song of desperation saying, I can't lose. Like, meaning like, I can't, like, it's actually about fear of losing. Listen. I can't lose. Listen to what I say. I can't lose. Listen to what I say. Okay, that's enough. That's enough, Tony from Friday. You were on one, my guy. That's called being on one. I was off the goop. Now, a lot of things happen. Hello. Tony, you're doing a good job. Thank you. Yeah, it does slap. You ruined my plan, Tony. What was your plan? To be a gay guy to own the libs? Great. Tony said we can't be gay to own the libs. Back to the drawing board. That was my only plan. That was my only plan! The chat is too far behind. I need to see you laugh when I'm funny. Anyway, whatever. So, I can't really remember what happened. I just remember a lot of people put me on tilt. A lot of people threw me off my game on Friday. And I tried to end the show, but then I realized I had all these requests. And so I was like, I'm not going to not give people what they paid for. So on the end screen, I started playing the songs. And then Maria came over to me and she's like, there's literally 40 people watching you right now. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning for you, 4 o'clock in the morning for them. There's people who really, look forward to this. And so I came back on. But I was on tilt. I was on edge. I want to be quiet and go away. And so it turned pretty dark. When the show was over, I just kind of sat there dealing with myself. And then I listened to the book of Ecclesiastes. I'm like trying to get away from myself and I can't. And I started scrolling on YouTube and it said, stop scrolling, listen to the book of Ecclesiastes. And I almost scrolled past it, but I was like, I need to hear Ecclesiastes right now. I need to hear Ecclesiastes. I need to hear it. And so I clicked it, I listened to it, and I basically sat on the edge of my bed, like shaking, listening to Ecclesiastes. Not shaking like a lib, shaking like someone who's cool. Shut up. Anyway, it overwhelmed me. If you don't know, Ecclesiastes is basically the writings of Solomon, who was the most powerful king. He basically had everything he ever wanted, everything you could think you would ever want. He had, and then some. He was also the wisest. There was nothing off limits to him. And his conclusion was the world is meaningless. Life is meaningless. Everything we do is vanity. It concludes with recognizing that the only good life is a simple life where you love your family and you love those around you and you live for God. That's the only life worth living. And it kind of gives you this understanding of the world where you recognize, in the fall, when we fell for some delusional idea of freedom, it was basically feminism for men. We all go out there and just wreck our lives in much the same way that the feminists do, without being under the guardianship and loving care of their husbands and fathers. They go off and become cat lady prostitutes and then get shot by ICE agents. We kind of do the same thing. And that's kind of what the fall is. It's kind of what the fallen world is okay, I guess you could do everything. See how it works out. And you find that everything is empty. You find that everything is vain, and everything ultimately leads to suffering. And the only thing that's worth doing is living for God and living a life filled with love, compassion, and humility. There is nothing else. And you can get as much as the world as you want, and you will never be satisfied. And it'll destroy you. Am I having a stroke? Do I know how to talk? It'll destroy you. So I'm listening to that. I'm taking that in. I'm thinking about it. And I'm really dealing with a lot of self-hatred. And I'm dealing with just thinking about the pride on display on my show, the vanity on display on my show, and the self-righteousness on display. And then I started listening to something by the writings of St. Isaac the Syrian. And I started to get that feeling that I described somewhat recently. I think there's a video about it, of having the Holy Spirit shine down on me and it being unbearable. Like I'd fallen so deep into the darkness that the light of God was painful, which is what happens in the eschaton. In the eschaton, the same light that enlivens us and fills us with joy and life burns the demons alive, because they are anathema to goodness. They can't take the light. The light is unbearable to them. The light of God is unbearable to the demons and those who serve them. And I've had now 2 times in my life, maybe 3, if we count what happened when I was 27, but I don't want to talk about that, where I felt that light shine down on me and I felt it burn instead of enliven, instead of fill me. The good news is it only burned my ears. I'm listening to St. Isaac the Syrian and my ears are burning. I almost kind of want to play what I heard. I should. Give me 1 second.
Question. What are the advantages of humility? Just as self-conceit is the dissipation of the soul in its imaginings, which leads it into roaming and does not hinder it from soaring in the clouds of its thoughts, so that it whirls about throughout all creation, so humility gathers the soul into stillness, and it becomes concentrated within itself. As the soul is unknowable and invisible to bodily eyes, so the humble-minded person is not known among men. And as the soul, being within the body, is hidden from sight and from intercourse with all people, volitional or of the will, so the truly humble-minded man, by his withdrawal from all and by his deprivation in everything, not only does not desire to be seen or known by men, but such is his will, even, if it were possible, to withdraw from himself, to plunge inwardly into himself, to enter into stillness and dwell there, wholly abandoning all his former thoughts and feelings, becoming as though something that does not exist in creation, as one not yet come into being, utterly unknown even to his own soul. And while such a person remains hidden, enclosed within himself and withdrawn from the world, he abides wholly in his master. The humble-minded person never stops. He does not find pleasure to look upon gatherings, crowds, public throngs, agitation, noise, revelry, bustle, and pleasures whose consequence is lack of restraint. He is not drawn into speeches, conversations, shouting, or the dissipation of the senses. Rather, above all, he prefers to separate himself from everyone in stillness, withdrawing and cutting himself off from all creation, caring for himself alone in a land of silence. In everything, lowliness, non-acquisitiveness, want, and poverty are desirable to him. What he desires is not to possess much or to be continually occupied with affairs, but at all times to remain free, to have no cares, not to be disturbed by what is here below, so that his thoughts may not go out beyond himself. For he is certain that if he becomes involved in many things, he will not be able to remain without disturbance of thoughts, because with many affairs come many cares and a gathering of complex thoughts. And a person then ceases, in the world of his thoughts, to be above all earthly concerns, except for the smallest, most necessary needs, and he loses the thought that is concerned solely with its best contemplations. But if necessities do not cease to restrain him from higher thoughts, he comes to a state in which he both suffers harm and does harm, and from that moment the door to the passions is opened, the stillness of discernment departs, humility flees, and the door of peace is shut. For all these reasons, the humble-minded person continually guards himself from multiplicity, and thus finds himself at all times in stillness, in rest, in peace, in meekness, and in reverent fear. In the humble-minded person there is never fussiness, haste, disturbance, or heated and frivolous thoughts. Rather, at all times he abides in peace. If heaven were to cling to the earth, the humble-minded person would not be terrified. Not everyone who practices silence is humble-minded, but everyone who is humble-minded is a practitioner of silence. He who is not humble-minded is not humble, yet you will find many who are humbled but not humble-minded. This is precisely what was said by the meek and humble Lord. Learn from me, for I am meek and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. The humble-minded person abides at all times in peace, because there is nothing that can set his mind in motion or cast it into terror. As no one can frighten a mountain, so fearless is his mind. And if one may speak thus, and perhaps it is not unfitting to say so, the humble-minded person is not of this world, for in sorrows he is not terrified nor altered, and in gladness he does not fall into amazement nor expand himself outwardly. All his gladness and true rejoicing are in his Master. After humility follow meekness and inward gatheredness, that is, chastity of the senses, moderation of voice, fewness of words, disregard for self, poor clothing, an unassuming gait, eyes cast downward, excellence in mercy, readiness to shed tears, a solitary soul, a contrite heart, immovability toward irritability, undissipated senses, scant possessions, diminishment in every need, endurance of all things, patience, fearlessness, firmness of heart born of hatred for temporal life, patience in temptations, weighty rather than light thoughts, the extinguishing of thoughts, the guarding of the mysteries of chastity, modesty, reverent fear, and above all these, unceasing silence and constant self-accusation for ignorance. The humble-minded person never encounters such a need as would lead him into turmoil or confusion. At times, even when alone, the humble-minded person feels shame before himself. I marvel at this, that the one who is truly humble-minded does not even dare to pray to God when he approaches prayer, nor to count himself worthy of prayer, nor to ask for anything else, and he does not know what to pray for. But he remains silent in all his thoughts, awaiting only mercy and that will which may proceed concerning him from the face of the worshipful Majesty. When he bows his face to the ground and the inward vision of his heart is lifted up, toward the exalted gates of the Holy of Holies, where dwells he whose habitation is darkness, who dims the eyes of the seraphim, whose virtue moves legions to stand in their choirs, who pours silence upon all their ranks. And he dares only to speak and to pray thus, O Lord, according to thy will, let it be with me. So let us also speak thus, concerning ourselves. Amen.
Saint Isaac prays for us sinners. So, that was a very difficult thing for me to listen to on Friday night. And I felt like I was on fire listening to it. And I kind of found myself just in inner turmoil, fearing for my salvation, to be honest. And I stayed up all night. I can't remember. Maybe I was praying. Maybe I was just... I know I was praying. I messaged my priest and asked him if I could come visit him, even though it was the middle of the night. He happened to wake up early and he said, why don't you just give me a call? So at around 7 a.m, after being up all night, I called my priest and I told him everything that had happened and what I was thinking and how I wanted to stop streaming and become a farmer and just disappear, and how I'm so worried about my salvation doing this for a living. And he spoke to me at length and helped me to understand that, doing this for a living doesn't bar me from heaven, but I need to be careful about how I do it, and I need to be careful about my passions. I was genuinely scared. I was genuinely scared on Friday night for my soul. And after that, I read Psalm 50. And I fell asleep. I woke up basically just in time to go to church. I went to church, confessed, and talked about the whole UFC thing that happened last week and how it kind of ruined my confession and made me not take the Eucharist, which, I'm kind of a basket case. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a basket case. I'm just, I don't know. Things upset me. I don't know what to say. But he told me to spend the night without phone, without TV, and just use Saturday evening after confession to prepare and to be, have a quieter time, maybe read, write, stuff like that, but try and stay away from electronics completely. And so I did. I spent the night reading and writing and drawing. I still ended up staying up till like 5 a.m, but I did make it to liturgy. I took the Eucharist. And I came back and saw these messages from people talking about how I help them and how what I'm doing over here is meaningful for them. And then someone who I don't know if they want to be named basically basically sat me down and told me that what I'm doing over here is important. And it kind of was exactly what I needed to hear. And during all this, I guess all the Epstein files got released, and then people started hitting me up and being like, Tony was right. But I mean, everyone was, it's not like I was the only guy who knew this. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows what's happening. Everyone on this side of the spectrum understands what's going on here. But I was having a lot of second thoughts about a lot of stuff, and now I'm going to try and approach this. I don't know. I don't know how to, the idea that what I'm doing helps people at all is very...
At Sterling Bellows 5,186 super chatted $4.99.
Thank you. Here's your sound. The idea that what I'm doing helps people is interesting, but I guess I didn't realize it. I don't know. A lot of stuff happened this weekend that made me think a lot. And so I did decide over the weekend that I'm going to release Chasm on Friday. And I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I know it's a very dark album, but I also know that it's very beautiful. It has a lot of beauty to it. I'm just going to release it. I'm going to see what happens. And I don't know how to approach this differently than I have been, because I never come to this with a plan. I just come here and I do stuff, you know? I make jokes and I talk about stuff, and I, you know, unless it's something like the Swarm Pants show or like the, you know, little bits that I do, there's not this huge plan of what I'm going to bring to the table. It's more just like, I don't know. I don't know what it is I'm doing. But my priest asked me to be realistic. And he said, do you think you can realistically support? Thank you, Magdalene.
Magdalene M, Orthodox cross emoji, tipped $5.
Thank you. Here's your sound. I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Whatever. Let's see what notes I have. Did you guys hear about the Hollywood 500% tax return? Oh, he said, do you think you could realistically find some other... way of life at this point?
Super chatted $4.99.
He was like, you honestly, what are you going to go be a farmer? You're 42 years old. You're going to become a farmer? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. He's like, no, this is your life. This is how you make a living. This is how you take care of your wife, and it's okay. You can do this for a living. And it's like, the issue is, and I've talked about it, the video that Princess Manja Gnocchi uploaded on my channel about silence and the soul of an entertainer.
It's super chatted $5. I haven't got a sound yet, but that's okay. I'm not here for the sounds. I'm here for you. I'm here for chat. I'm here because this is home.
Here's your sound, Metal Stalfos. Ew. Here's your other sound, buddy.
100.
So you got two sounds because apparently I missed a sound. And also, Lasagna gets a sound. And Magdalene M, here's your sound. And if I miss anybody, let me know. If I missed any of your sounds, if I missed any of your super chat sounds, let me know via super chat, and I will correct that. Thank you. He was just like, dude, this is what you do. This is your life. This is who you are. He basically said, like, this is it.
A total underscore gravity super chatted $10.
And you suffer in front of people, and you repent in front of people, and it's all like, it's not repent in front of people, but you know, you talk about your mistakes, and it's just kind of this thing. Thank you, Total Gravity. Here's your sound. I'm paraphrasing, but you know, every man has had these moments where we're like, I have to get away from everything and go into a cave and be quiet forever. Right? You all have that. I know you do. I think you do. Anyway, I got one of those where I'm like, I have to be quiet forever. I can't believe I talk for a living. This is crazy. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I'm an imbecile. I'm a sinner of the highest caliber and a fool and an imbecile. What hope is there for me? And I just got overwhelmed. But I guess I'm back. What's my other notes? Let me see. What notes do I got? Did you guys hear about this 500% tax return on Hollywood? That if Hollywood does makes a movie for $25 million, they get like a 1,000% tax return, something like that. They get like $250 million back. Did you guys hear about this? That this has been going on forever? Anyway. You know, what do I gotta tell you who's behind that? Whatever. Also, I wanted to say, just so you know, most of the country wants the illegal immigrants gone. It's actually true. Is audio out of sync? It's this freaking thing. Hold on. Going back to the old camera. It's over. None of this crap. Done. Dunskies. I don't know why it's so crazy. Connect. Oh, I didn't plug it in. I got to plug it in. Hold on. See, this is what happens. You get new stuff, everything becomes more complicated. Why even get new stuff? I hate new stuff. I hate new stuff. Brother, I hate all the orphans in the whole world. Brother. Sorry. All right, here we go. NVIDIA broadcast. Here we go. HD webcam. And there we go. And how am I going to look? Looking a little spooky, bud. Looking kind of spooky, my guy. All right, but that's an easy fix. Go to that. Okay, and I go to that. See? Lot easier. Lot easier. Bam. And it's me again. I'm back, baby. Like I never left. I hate good things. I only like it. I'm only happy. All right. Let me get back over here. Wait, the whole thing's over there. Everything's over there. All right. I like this camera. I know it gives me a lot of problems, but I guess everything does, you know? You're just replacing the problem with a different problem. You're like, oh, this problem's more expensive. Now I'm on point, right? Now my voice is syncing up. Sticking with this thing forever. Don't care. Don't care that it sucks. It's my camera. It's my camera. All right. Let me listen to music for a minute before I say anything else. I want to hear how far I am with Chasm. I think I'm pretty close. It's a couple words I want to replace and a couple words I got to add. I'm just going to listen to it quietly. And I'm going to check chat. I want to see what you guys are up to. Was that the zoo? Yes. I don't know. The real question is, what did we miss, Sweater? Did you see a penguin? I'm gonna head out. Take care, y'all. Take it easy. Hello. Why are you leaving? Do you hate me? Hello, why are you leaving? Do you hate me? What did I do? I'll be entertaining. I'll say something cool. This sucks! This sucks! All right, so here's one of my notes. I'll just play some music underneath while I talk. I was saying, just so you know, most of the country wants the illegal immigrants gone. Don't get confused by large swaths of middle-aged women. They're look, the medication that they have them on, it programs their brains. Okay, so here's what happens. They say you need this, and then they take these medications, and these robots enter their minds probably, and then they get executive orders from Israel to march or whatever. Now at the same time, it's all a sham. It's all sham. It's all sham. All of it's a sham. So it doesn't matter. But just so you know, don't become convinced that most of the world doesn't want all the illegal immigrants deported and all the criminals thrown in jail. Everyone wants that. The only people that don't want that are the people who are orchestrating our destruction. It's called the heckler's veto. Somebody, I learned that from Richard Ratboy. And he said, and I wrote, and hecklers can really derail things. What does this mean?
Suzanne Griffith tipped $5.33. Tony, you're doing great.
What is this
Better than a penguin.
What does this mean? What does that sort of thing mean? Here's your sound. That's what you get, Susany. Why do people talk about penguins to me? I feel like I gotta take a break. I feel like I gotta get out of here. I feel like I'm afraid of all of you. My goal didn't happen. Starting our goal. All right. My rule is that anytime I start to feel like I'm going to ruin everything. Dang, I didn't know you were a show watcher. Yeah, I love Fleckus Talks. That's the only way I get my news. Glad to hear you say this, Tony. I was feeling like there was only 7,000 or 8,000 good people left on the planet. The penguin that walked off on his own toward the oh yeah. Yeah, that's so true. Oh, and apparently that's like a whole thing. Like women see that penguin and they feel nothing, and men see that penguin and they're like, they cry. Men see the penguin walk off towards the mountain and they cry because we are that penguin. And women see that and they say, what the hell is that penguin doing? Get over here, you silly penguin. And that's just penguins. That's just penguins, baby. Did you hear about that study that women... Okay. I'm reiterating stuff I saw on Fleckus Talks. But, with my own marginal...
Total underscore gravity super chatted $10. Penguins stole Greenland.
Oh yeah, I saw a video of the puppet. Here's your sound, Total Gravity. What you up to? What the hell are you up to, dude? That's your sound? What are you up to? You watch every week? Yeah, I love Fleckus Talks. I love Fleckus Talks. I don't watch all the time, but sometimes I do. So if I'm reiterating stuff, well, I don't know. What do you want? Hey, I got information. Did you get it too? Here's my take. Does it matter? No. Gonna watch? Yes. Thank you. So they did a study where women, where men and women watch somebody play a game. And whenever, and the people would periodically get an electric shock, the people who are playing the game. And the men felt their empathy receptors, because we're just freaking robots lit up and the women's empathy receptors lit up. They both were like bing, 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 because they were like, why is this person getting shocked? They don't deserve it. But then they did this thing where whenever the player cheated or did something wrong, like actually like cheated, he got an electric shock. Men's empathy receptors, nothing. Our pleasure receptors went up. Because we were like, justice has been served. This person deserved this. This is good. Women, zero change in their empathy receptors. That's pretty crazy. They're just, they still felt just as much empathy as they did for the person who did nothing wrong. So for women, it's just, you don't need to know anything else. They cannot be counted on when it comes to justice, when it comes to nation building. They just can't. They don't have the understanding that some people need to be punished. It's just not in them. They're like, oh no, a bad thing happened to a person, which is sweet. That's why we love them. They're like, oh, do we have to put the dog down that killed the baby? Yes, Linda, we have to kill the dog. It killed a baby. But he's just a dog. No, he's a dog that killed a baby, Linda. And it's best to just, we'll go about our business and you guys do your thing. You don't have the same stuff. You don't have the same equipment. Clearly you don't have the same equipment. So it's something to think about when you look at a bunch of childless women at marches defending the Somalians' rights to fleece us and the Guatemalans' right to burn women alive on a train, and black people's rights to fill our country with crime and turn all of our greatest cities into disgusting ghettos full of crime. You have to just look at them and say, you don't see things. That's all. You just don't see stuff. You don't have the thing where there's something wrong with you. It's sweet. It's sweet. What you guys got going on is sweet, but it's also treacherous and it's also evil. It can be used for evil. Your limitless supply of empathy for everyone can be harnessed for great evil. And that's why you need to listen to your husbands. Because we fundamentally feel justice within us. It's like, when we see justice, it's like it's very nice. It's very nice. It's very nice. It makes us happy. It makes us happy. You understand? Women judges. Did you see the video of like a woman judge like petting a criminal while he cried? I don't want to keep doing all these things to white people. I know. You're a good boy. I was a good boy. I was just misunderstood. I know. Let me save you. Let me save you from the consequences of your actions. You poor fella. That's gotta tell you everything. That's why women shouldn't be able to vote. I don't mind them being educated. I like educated women. You know? My wife is pretty smart. But they need, there's a context where a woman's nature thrives, and there's a context where it completely destroys. And right now, the wily Israelis have harnessed the female mind for the great evil, and we're all suffering the consequences. But don't worry, most people on Earth don't want any of this stuff. They don't want any of it. They don't want criminals. And is that weird? Surprise, surprise. Most people don't want to live in a place filled with crime. Nigga, think about that though. Ugh. 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 Most of the world doesn't want to live surrounded by crime. Hi. Here, welcome to the show. Most of the world doesn't want to be surrounded by crime. Most of the world wants to be able to take a walk at night without fearing that one of their organs will be harvested or that their child will be raped in front of them. Hey, hi, did you know that? Hi, did you know that? Hi. Turns out most people don't like bad. So why is all this bad happening? You can hear my drinking. You know what? You could probably hear my thinking. I gotta turn this. Hold on. Are you the guy who commented today?
Ryan tipped $1. Will I ever get to peek out from behind my winter jacket?
Here's your sound, Ryan. Are you the guy who commented earlier? Somebody commented today that they knew me from MySpace back when I released Odd School Shadows. That's crazy. That's crazy. And they're like, I thought your song Winter Jacket was amazing, and it always stuck with me throughout the years. That's 20 years ago. I was making lion grunts while I drank. Hold on. Let me fix my mic. Yeah, the point is, a lot of it is fake. And we have to retard max our way to victory. Look, I guess the point is, we already know what they just told us. Who was in your top 8? Top 8 what? Well, you made me forget what I was saying. Top 8 friends? Oh, on MySpace? I don't even remember having a MySpace. That's the thing. I don't remember having a MySpace. So this person finding me on MySpace, I'm like, I had a MySpace? I don't remember a MySpace. I don't remember having one. But I have like a misty memory of maybe having one. There's like a part of me that's like, I feel like I remember looking at MySpace. But it was the same thing with Facebook. Like, I was just like, I don't want to do any of this. Like, I'm making music. Why aren't I famous? That was basically my way of thinking. I was like, look, I'm making great music. Hello? Why aren't I famous? I did it. Guys, I did the thing. Why doesn't anyone care? Oh, you have to also tell everybody that you did it. And you have to be your own best fan. And you have to just sit there and annoy everyone by constantly asking them to check out your tracks. What's more annoying than somebody coming up to you being like, hey, will you listen to my song? No one likes that. No one likes that. I don't do it, and I advise you not to do it.
Unhitbone super chatted $4.99.
Thank you, Unhitbone. Here's your sound. Get ready. Here it is. I actually kind of want to hear Winter Jacket. Let's do it. And then we'll get back to this very thoughtful thing I was going to say about retard maxing.
Will I ever get to peek out from behind my winter jacket in an old car with my friends as we go for a ride, go for a ride.
I don't mind you bringing the vibe down. I like the sad songs.
No, it's time to let go of everything. Oh, the folks I know
Central Ages tips
are
$2.
disappearing. You're in the belly of the beast, the belly of the beast, and you'll never see the snow again.
I don't mind you guys requesting weird stuff. It doesn't have to be a party the whole time. Request whatever you want. Whatever you want. I don't like AI song requests. At all. Just my feelings, Susie, just my feelings.
Will I ever get to peek out from behind my winter jacket
That's true, I do.
in an old car
What up, Shoreline?
with my friends as we go for a ride, go for a ride.
What the hell is happening? Try not to name names if you can, Susie. Jeez. I don't know what to do with all that. I'm still using 11. Stop saying that guy's name. He's not my friend anymore. He hates me because I'm a racist, sexist, anti-Semitic homophobe. Some people don't love that about me. But honestly, to each his own. All right. Let me get back to my show so I can make sure there's nobody watching me by mistake. Okay. Hecklers can really derail things. It's like the squeaky wheel thing. There would be people get on the show, people get in the streets, and they're super loud, and it creates this kind of spectacle, and it makes you think that maybe they're like they're the majority. Also, they are, and we should become leftists, guys. Let's be. Let me change my trajectory. Let me just take a right angle here and say, how could this many people be wrong? Maybe I really am the bad guy. Has anybody? Let's just have a quick self-reflection check. It's good to do this occasionally. Maybe all of the 40-year-old women on SSRIs marching in the streets so that criminals can run amok in our cities and our country gets taken over by our historical enemies. Maybe they're wrong. Okay, and here's why. Or maybe they're right. Here's why they might be right. Maybe the Jewish psyop of taking all European countries and filling them with non-Europeans and Muslims and people who want to see them destroyed, maybe that's a good thing. And here's why. Maybe they're right. Maybe it'll be really cool. Maybe maybe it'll be really cool if we all die. Have you thought of that? Think about it. So here's what the leftist thinks. They think we're all going to be brown. And once we're brown, we're all the same and we won't hurt each other anymore. And we'll eat, I don't know, sushi tacos. We'll eat chana masala tacos while watching garbage islands float down the river. It'll be paradise, you racist. It'll be It'll be like heaven on earth, you stupid bigot. Short-sighted. The left is marked with uninteresting people who are incredibly short-sighted. But maybe they're right. Maybe it will be chill. Maybe it'll be like Cyberpunk 2077, and we'll all listen to techno and augment our bodies. Right? So that's okay, it's just good to do this once in a while. It's good to freaking check! It's good to check. It's good to check. Wait, maybe I am the bad guy. Well, hold on, just let me run it back real quick. Maybe I am the bad guy. Maybe white erasure is good. I think in order to be a leftist, you have to basically be like, okay, God isn't real. We evolved from pond semen. White people caused all the evil of the world. White people did it. White people did all the bad things. You have to do that. Gay sex is lit. It's just like, they're just quirky. Gays, They're just quirky. They're just quirky. What we have to do is harness these short-sighted leftists and be like, hey, I understand you're an anti-Zionist. Maybe we can just walk one step further and become anti-Semites together. And then we could discuss whether or not we should be erased later. Let's get on the same page on the anti-Semitic thing. Let's all be anti-Semites, and then we could discuss whether we should fill our countries with black people. Then we'll decide. First things first, let's turn your Starbucks anti-Zionism into some powerful anti-Semitism. Some powerful, lucrative anti-Semitism. And then we'll decide as a team whether or not all white people should die. Ah! All right, are the MySpace people still here? Hi. Susie, you still here? All right. Tell Jules I said hi. All right. Let's not be emotional like these demons. Okay. All right. Wow, I'm sending myself a lot of mixed signals with these notes today. Gee whiz. This is what I am now. All right. Gee whiz. I can't freaking get my head together today. All right. Let's not be emotional like these demons. That's probably pretty good. Don't. All right, next thing. I got a lot. We got a lot to get through today. I love the Handmaid's Tale protests because the women are finally dressing modestly. That's kind of lit. Can we get some more Handmaid's Tale protests going on? Somehow the Jews psyoped the left liberal women into dressing modestly. That's kind of credit where credit's due. And it's always due to them, isn't it? They get the credit even when it's not due. Bank joke. Ha 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 ha. Bank joke. That's lyrics. Oh, I'm going to start doing this. To those who are just listening, I'm currently wearing a suit and screaming obscenities about minorities, and there's a bunch of colors on the screen. To those of you who are just listening, there's a fat 42-year-old who's going pretty normal on their bottoms. We're going normal on these people's bottoms. All right. I'm going to have to periodically do that. Just because a lot of people just listen. They don't always get to see what I'm doing. This is a very difficult job and a very difficult lifestyle, but I would prefer this to any other job or lifestyle. There's no job I'd rather have, except maybe being a slave. Like in slavery times in America, it just sounds nice. There's not, let me reiterate, there's nothing I'd rather do than this job. I know myself. This suits me. There's only one thing I'd rather do, and that's be a slave. Like in the slave times. And just like pick cotton all day. That sounds nice. That sounds like an honest day's work, living by the sweat of your brow. You don't have to think about things. Everything's being taken care of by master. You just go into the fields and you do your job. And that, to me, is nice. And I'm not even kidding. I'm genuinely not even kidding. And we might get there. There's a chance I might end up being a slave. Imagine you're like working the fields. You're like, oh, picking cotton, which isn't hard, by the way. We had to pick cotton. You mean soft, nice cotton? You act like you had to, bench 250 for a living. You act like you had to, the children had worse jobs than you. They had to work in factories and get their arms melted off. The children during slavery times had worse jobs than you. Picking cotton all day, watching the sunset, singing your little songs. That's a good life. And that's crazy that they're complaining about it still. That just tells you that black people are complainers. The real problem is they're complainers. How many of you want to be a slave? Think about it. I want to be a slave. Okay. You wake up at the crack of noon or whatever. No, crack of dawn. You watch the dang sunrise. Your master says, now go out there and get me as much cotton as you can, young feller. And you do that. That was your day. An honest day's work. I yearn for an honest day's work. You go home, you have room and board. You got meals. You got room, board, meals, clothes. You don't have to think about taxes. You don't have to think about the government. You don't have to think about Epstein. All you got to do is think about cotton and just spend your day in deep meditation, silently contemplating the wonders of the universe.
At still place outside super shattered $5. Sing us a song.
Sing us a slave song? No, I don't like being offensive. Here's your sound. I'm trying to get Susie to keep watching. No, I want Susie to watch my show. Here's your sound. That's future torture when they turn us into drum machines. In the future, they're going to take us and turn us into living drum machines and play us at raves in Tel Aviv. They're gonna be like, oh, you like music, do you? And they're gonna turn me into a drum machine. And they're going to play me at raves in Tel Aviv. My eyes will make noise, my ears, my mouth, my nostrils, other places that could possibly do something like that. And they'll just hook me up to a loudspeaker and they'll all have their, Where'd Susie go? Hello? Where's Susie? Where did Susie go? All right. I'm just going to read these and we'll see where it goes. I'm going to continue doing this. I want to make light, not darkness. I don't want to be cynical and narcissistic. I don't know how to change that about myself. My skits on Friday were all extremely dark. My show Silver was extremely dark. I don't know what it is I'm doing, but I'm going to go to hell if I don't fix it. I'm tired of the way I've been acting. I want to bring light with my work, make people happy. Nothing I did last week was bright. All of it was dark and scary and unsettling. That can't be my output. I can't be like that. I look for something light to watch and everything is heavy. I want to be the Miyazaki of YouTube. Well, that note's not gonna... Good luck with that. All right, let's see what I've recorded.
Hey yo, greetings and salutations. As y'all already know, I am Hello Listener. Maybe put a bunch of black guys behind me.
I could do that real quick. Hold on, I could do that real quick. Let me go over here. Like this. Bunch of black guys. Images. Were they being stupid? Group of black men. There we go. This is what they're all like. All right. This is what it's like. All right. Hold on.
At Super Chat at $2, Noogle.
Noogle. What's up, Noogle? What up, my Noogle? That's funny. What up, my Noogle? Let me put myself taller. Let me put myself taller. Greetings and salutations. It is me. As you already know, I am the notorious Hello Listener. As all of you already know, I am the notorious Hello Listener. And I'm here to tell you that the things I've been saying at this show today, I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind about the type of stuff that I think in my head. Now my thoughts are in complete unison with the illusion of the status quo that is given to us by our
At Super Chatted $5, what up, Manuggle?
What up, my new goal? All right. Where do you get all your ideas? Don't say that, Jimmy. I noticed you have a new icon and so do I. Or PFP. Sorry, not icon. We both have new PFPs with blue backgrounds. I changed mine for a minute to this. I was like, this is really good. And I woke up this morning. I was like, what were you thinking? That looks insane. This is not a good PFP. I don't know why I thought that was good. But that was my PFP for 12 hours. Don't say that, Jimmy. Don't say that to me. You don't like Jim's new one? Look, Jim is looks maxing his YouTube channel. He's saying he's doing all the stuff. He's doing all the stuff that gets you to big bucks. You need to support him on his journey. Here's your sound, Metal. That was lit. All right, let's see what else I got.
I don't know if you've been watching the news lately, but they killed a freaking guy who didn't.
All right, what's this?
Hey, yo. Greetings and salutations.
I already did that. What's this?
All the bleeding hearts, like I want a complete deportation of all Muslims, period. And a lot of liberals are like, I have some friends that I have some Muslims that pretend to be my friends that I parade in front of my other fake friends on Facebook. And if your fake Muslim friends matter so much to you, then you can go live in Pakistan with them. And see how much they like tolerating others. You stupid. Stupid.
Lit. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Did you hear it? That was real. That was good. Do I have to repeat it? I freaking nailed it. You're like, oh, but I have a freaking Muslim friend who pretends to like me.
And Lasagna super chatted $4.99.
Here's your sound, Lasagna. Okay, well, you could get deported too. If you love your Muslim friends so much, go live in a Muslim country and see how much they like multiplicity of cultures. See how much they like multiculturalism. Bring your liberalism. Bring your liberalism to Pakistan. Bring your liberalism to Saudi Arabia. Please, by all means, you could go with them. You can go with your Muslim friends. And then you can learn about diversity.
Hi, I'm Hawk too. What? Today, I'm Hawk too, and this is a day in the life of Hawk too. Get to know the real me. I'm just a regular small town girl doing her best in the big, crazy world. Come get to know me. This is the real Hawk too.
I don't know why I made that. Oh, I made some songs on ukulele. Oh yeah, because I didn't use my phone or my computer or anything like that. You're doing great, stream. I started making music on a ukulele. I made 2 songs. I'm going to upload them to my Google Drive so we can listen to them as a team. Hi, I'm Hawk too. Hi, I'm as you already know, it's your boy, Hello Listener, and I am the new Hawk too. And this is a life in the day of Hawk 2. All right. All right. Okay. Go Team Tony. Thank you, Bill Hicks. Go Team Bill Hicks. New audio device detected. Don't switch. Are my audio devices correct? Yes. Hold on, guys. I'm uploading a thing. It failed. What am I supposed to do? Hold on. All right. So what else is going on? I could put this back since this thing is getting sent back to Amazon. I'm only using my bag cam forever. My bag cam suits me. If Tony sings Over the Rainbow with the uke, I'm gonna be dead. I didn't do that. I don't know how to play things good. I just made a little something. It's nothing crazy. Just a little something. I'm gonna play it for you guys. Having no access to technology, I automatically end up making songs on the ukulele, I found out on Saturday. And this is good for me because we always talk about this. We always talk about like, oh, I got to get away from the stuff and, you know, get back to da-da-da-da. And, well, now I'm more or less under obedience to do that on Saturday after Vigil. And so I'm automatically, I read a bunch of the Brothers Karamazov. I also read the comic book series Bone. And it's not like it sounds. It's actually, so far, really nice. I'm halfway through it. I've been reading that. Been drawing a bunch of pictures. Now I started an Instagram called Tony's Political Cartoons. If you guys find that, you can follow it. Every day I'm going to upload a political cartoon. I already uploaded one yesterday. And this was under Jimmy's encouragement. Jimmy encouraged me to do this. He said, do this. Yeah, I'm reading it right now. I really like it. The art is phenomenal. The line work is incredible. What's wrong with the new cam? Uses too much of my computer. Is too crazy. Can't get the colors right. I like the way I pop on this camera. I like the way I pop. I don't think it needs to be better than this. If y'all think it needs to be better than this, you know, go watch Mr. Beast or something. I don't know. I'm here for vibes, not for quality. What do you mean where? What are you saying where about? I have other notes, but like, can you, let's calm down and let's work off each other a little bit. I'm here and I want to, you dad on this camera? Thanks, man. All right, they're uploaded. You guys want to hear my ukulele songs? I'm staying on this screen. Here's my ukulele songs. It's called Tony's Political Cartoons. That's the handle. It's on Instagram. All right. Here we go. So in return for Jimmy giving me a career, I'm stealing his identity. I'm a political now I'm a political cartoonist, and now I play stringed instruments and sing songs. Here's another one. I could probably combine these two. Thank you. Tony, you poppin'. Rip, he sure is poppin', bucko. Haha, he poppin', sus. That's fair. That's fair. You should do that. And it's not a commentary on how your political cartoons make no sense to me. Just so we're clear, Jimmy. I don't look at your political cartoons and say, what? That doesn't happen to me. I look at them and I say, ha ha! Yes! Hit the nail on the head again, my friend. That's what I say! So this isn't a commentary on that, where I release a bunch of images that make no sense to anyone, and I call them political cartoons. It's not that.
Satis.
Thank you, Sterling. Here's your sound. All right, we in Liverpool. 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 All right, now get funky. Everybody do the monkey. Everybody get funky. Everybody do the monkey. Everybody get funky. Liverpool. Everybody get punky. Hey, Selassie. Hey, the big monkey. Oh, yeah. I wasn't calling Selassie a big monkey. For the record, I don't know the guy. I don't know the guy to call him something like that. Monkey rhymes with funky.
At Unhitbone super shattered $5.
Here's your sound on Hitbone. So crazy. I got other stuff probably. Hold on. They're long-winded. Here we go.
Making another video. And
Nope. Who cares? Here's some of my notes for the show today. Hold on. Oh yeah, I got something I wanted to show you. Here we go. I'll do this. I scare them all away. I scare them all away. I scare them all away. Whoa.
At KLW329 super chatted $20. Much love. I've been unable to join as often and need to make up for it.
Thanks, dude. Thank you. Here's your sound. We in Liverpool, London. We in Buckingham. This is the sounds of Rotterdam. Everybody get your spriggets and your giggy. Mushy peas. Mushy peas. Mushy peas. Mushy peas. Oi, 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 oi. Mushy peas. Let me get my sprigget. Let me get a freaking, oi, bangers and mash. All right, let me check this out. Shorts, show. This
guy has blood on his hands. He wants to kill people. Don't listen to him.
I love people.
He's taking people's number down and trying to get them arrested for getting health care.
I deny those allegations. So I'm just here to support life. Life was hard for me, single mother, but the hard times made me a more empathetic person. And I love all these people out here. I pray to Jesus that their hearts and minds change today.
She's great for a fucking skin kid. Fucking bastard. Look at you fucking bastard.
I know. My dad has Dermot.
Okay, so, you're, a one-man band over. This guy has.
So I had a couple things. Notice how they have to lie in order to attack. Ignore the fact that they're attacking a man who's doing nothing to them, but they literally have to say, this man is trying to make it so people don't have health care. That's what she says here. Listen.
Blood on his hands. He wants to kill people. Don't listen to him.
Nobody at these things say what they mean. They never say he's trying to stop us from killing babies, or even just he's trying to stop us from having abortions. No, they say he's killing people. He's trying to deny people health care because they know what they're doing is indefensible in their hearts. They have to spruce it up for themselves and for the people they're trying to recruit into their death cult. The demonic left is full of deceptive language like this. I think this just listen. Listen, he's trying to kill people. He doesn't want people to have health care. He's saying, I pray for these people in the name of Jesus Christ. That's what he's saying. But they refuse to say he's trying to stop us. They don't even have to be explicit. They don't say he's trying to stop us from having abortions because they know that what they're doing is wrong. They know that. They can't even say what it is they're defending. Isn't that interesting? It's like the image of God is inescapable and they're trying to suppress it. Why don't you just say what you're doing? If what you're doing is right and what we're doing is wrong, then why can't you say what we're doing and what you're doing?
At KLW329 super chatted $20. I'm trying to outlaw murder care.
Thank you. Here's your sound. Isn't that interesting? They're like, F you. You hate women. You're trying to kill people. They have to deceive themselves. Now, granted, liberalism is just layered self-deceptions. But they have to deceive themselves to such a degree where saying out loud what it is they're defending would break the spell. Women need to be locked in their homes. We need to create new doors. Ladies and gentlemen, we need new doors. We need a door that women can't operate. Obviously, we'll add an AI lock to it in case of fire or, gas leak. But otherwise, they stay on their compound. They stay on their compound. Who's doing these marches besides women? Abortion. He wants us to not have, that's not true. That he's not sitting there saying, I don't want you to have health care. That that's not true. Why are you lying? Is it because that in your heart, that what you're doing is evil? Is that what it is? So it's a compound lock. What it does is when a man locks the door, it stays locked until the man returns home. And then the woman can go out on town with her husband or her father. Otherwise, she stays on the compound. And there's gardens and a petting zoo. This is the way. This is the way forward. Women are so crazy, dude. They're so crazy. If this past few weeks have taught you anything, let it teach you that women are crazy. They're completely crazy. And the idea of female liberation always leads to the same place, which is hedonism, paganism, and the murder of babies. It always leads to the same place for some reason. What the hell? Freaky deaky. Y'all got freaky deaky in your bones. Door to accountability. That'll keep them out. This blows my mind, this video.
This guy has blood on his hands.
This guy has blood on his hands. You are marching for abortion. You are marching for women's rights to kill their unborn child in a grotesque ritual where they're cut apart inside of the woman's body and then sucked out piece by piece in a vacuum. And you're saying this guy has blood on his hands? This lady gets to vote. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a freaking right-wing politician. I'm a right-wing pundit. Ladies and gentlemen, this lady gets to vote.
Wants to kill people. Don't listen to him.
I love people.
He wants to kill people. The truth is the exact opposite. The truth of the situation is the exact opposite. Why pick that for your lie? Why pick that angle of attack? I'm trying to understand the mind of these people. Why is your line of attack the exact opposite? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what that is? Is that like a narcissistic thing? Like a narcissistic personality trait? Accuse others of the things you do? I've heard of that. Hey Siri, let me ask some people. Hello? Hello?
Hi there, how's it going? What can I do for you today?
Hey, I was wondering, what is it when people project and say that you're doing what they're doing to you? What is that?
That's often referred to as projection. It's a defense mechanism where someone attributes their own unwanted feelings, thoughts, or motives onto someone else. So if someone's accusing you of doing something they're actually doing themselves,
KLW
that's projection.
329 super chatted $5. More super chats.
I agree, KLW. Okay, ignore that last thing I said. Here's what I want to say. Why do people do that? Is it because the image of God within them is crying out for truth, but they can't acknowledge it without changing fundamentally?
That's definitely one perspective. Often projection can stem from a person's discomfort with certain aspects of themselves, and it's easier to place that onto others rather than confront it directly. It can definitely be tied to deeper psychological processes and sometimes even spiritual elements, depending on one's beliefs.
Why would spiritual elements depend on somebody's beliefs?
Well, spiritual perspectives can vary quite a bit depending on someone's faith, philosophy, or worldview. For instance, some religious traditions might see projection as a form of spiritual struggle or a disconnect from one's true nature. Others might view it more psychologically. So it really comes down to the lens through which someone interprets human.
I'm not going to debate this. All right. So they're not comfortable with their feelings. They have to be the hero of their own journey, and they're willing to lie. I need to be the hero of my story, and I'm willing to lie to be that. Because the truth that I'm broken, sinful, and fallen is more than I can bear. If I acknowledge it, I will have to repent. And if I repent, I will have to cease my hedonistic lifestyle. Therefore, my sin is more important to me than the truth. And so I will accuse my enemies of doing the things which I am doing to them. How's my mic sound? You guys gotta let me know if it's cutting out. I'm trying to get it good.
Shoreline Skirt tipped $13.37.
Thank you, Shoreline Skirt. Here's your big old sound, dude. Don't love it. Let me hear that for a minute. Kamala Harris. Harry Potter. Kamala Harris versus Harry Potter. Ooh, in a battle of the sexes. I wonder who wins this. I wonder who wins in this battle of the ages. I miss the days. I gotta put on my glasses. I gotta put on my glasses for this part. I miss the days when I didn't know about Epstein. I miss the days when I didn't know about Epstein. When I didn't know what they were doing to us. Oh. Simpler times, simpler times, simpler times. Simpler times, simpler times, simpler times. But all of it was a lie. I existed in a bubble, unaware of the troubles, and who can't relate? Who can't relate? So when I see these libs in the streets, they're not just fighting for their beliefs. They're fighting not to go insane. The world can't be what it is. The world can't be what it is. I choose my fantasy, even if it kills me, yeah. The world can't be what it is. The world can't be what it is. I choose my fantasy, even if it kills me, yeah. Simpler times, simpler times. Simpler times, simpler times. Simpler times, simpler times. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Simpler times, simpler times. Simpler times, simpler times. Ladies and gentlemen, Janet Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, Sexy Red. My booty hole brown, you can tell by my sit down. When my booty hole brown, you can tell by my sit down. When booty hole brown, I come into town, all the boys frown, cause my sit down wind is trailing behind, and they can smell, and the pine trees are dying, and they're going to hell cause of the trail of tears I leave behind. My peers lie to me and say I'm fine, but I'm paving a way through these streets. Nothing's the same when I leave. Sexy Red. What have I been doing for 5 minutes? What have I been... Okay. What am I up to? What am I even up to?
At Chase Crisp Super Shattered $5, Street. Theophana Recluse, do not be discouraged by your own weakness. The Lord does not ask of you perfection at once, one of two. At the underscore Insomniac Super Shattered $20, it was awesome.
Thanks. I'm waiting for a 2 of 2. That was a heck of a sound for Shoreline. Here you go, Shoreline. There's your sound. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes it's a real return on investment.
At Chase Crosp Super Chatted $5. He asks only faithfulness in small matters, and from this grows the strength to endure greater trials. Letters, Volume 2, p. 142.
Thank you, Chase. Here's your sound. What the heck? And here's your sound, the Insomniac. Thank you for the big 20. What a twerpy little beat. Let's throw that on the piano.
Jared Fetzer 7,557 super chatted $5. Yo Tony, you the best, most cool Alaskan auto hobo on the internet.
Yeah, you mess it up. Please don't delete. All right. What else is going on? Somebody want to come on and tell me what we already know about here's something. If people think that my rhetoric is too extreme, I just want you to listen to the rhetoric they use against us. I want you to look at the histrionics of the celebrities and the cackling laughter when Charlie Kirk gets shot. The blatant calls to violence against everyone who supports deportations. I literally can't be too extreme. I can be extreme for YouTube. I can be extreme for Jewish pearl clutchers who run the entire media landscape. But my position is not extreme. The framing of my position is by people who literally want me and those like me exterminated. All I want is what all people have had through most of history, and most people have even today. A nation to call my own, not a half-dead multicultural feeding ground for parasites. There is a piano on that. It's a little piano right there on it. It got kind of... I got to turn stuff down to make you hear it. Matter of fact, I want to make that part pop.
At If It'll Fails super chatted $5. I survive on gas station burritos and Christ.
Word. Here's your sound. All right. Everybody on the dance floor. 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 Birmingham, Liverpool, London. Beckett. Bend it like Beckham. I gotta make something to hit with the kick because the what's it called? What's that thing in the beginning of the transient is tweaking for some reason. So I'm just going to take any sound and turn it into a transient. I'm not going to check what the sound is. It is going to be a transient. There it is. cousin privilege. Let me see. Sometimes I don't think Chinese people have small eyes. I already did that on Ortho Thugs. All right. Oh, this is something I wrote. I'm not saying trust me. The boomers say trust the plan. The Groypers trust Nick Fuentes. I say put not your trust in princes, in sons of men in whom there is no salvation. I'm saying figure it out. I'm not acting like some brilliant figure who has a plan and you simply need to put your trust in him. I have ideas. I'm not hiding them. Start Orthodox communities. Start protecting your people. Start speaking the truth. But start planning amongst yourselves. Start meeting up without women. The women are marching in the streets so they can be raped by foreigners. Try decentralized cells. Try massive protests. Try some fascist equivalent to Black Bloc. Try group chats. I don't know. But if you're young and you're tired of this, don't just sit with it. Begin planning for war. Hi, Dad. Plan for war. They are. They have NGOs funding them and politicians in their Discord servers giving instructions on how to effectively fight off ICE agents. We're afraid to mobilize. We have something to lose. They're on drugs. They've aborted more kids than we've sired. They have nothing. Join the Orthodox Church and pray for us. Become a monk and pray for us. Join the far right and seek out like-minded people. There's no trust the plan over here. It's only trust God. We got 6 more to hit the goal. Let's do it. Let's hit this goal. Guys, I'm going to need you to hit this goal. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm wearing a suit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm wearing a suit. I need you to hit this goal. Trust the plan. Hit the goal. Hi, I'm your trustworthy leader. Hit the goal, and everything will be okay. Hi, trust me, and hit the goal. We got 6 super chats left. Go ahead. Hit the goal. Don't be afraid of the numbers in your bank account. Don't be afraid of the numbers in my bank account. Sorry. Okay. All right. Let me see what else I got. I was just joking, Alex. That was a private chat I sent you. Why did you read it? Nice. Okay. He's like, fine, you're going to steal my cartoons? I'm going to steal your incoherent rambling. Very cool. Here's your sound.
Lasagna tipped $10.
Very cool.
Hipbone tipped $4.20.
Here's your sound. That's a homeless person in a tunnel slapping puddles. It's a rare sound. Lucky guy. Lucky guy on Hipbone. Unhipbone. Hi, I'm wearing a suit. Don't worry about my bank account. That's a better way to say it. Thank you for tightening that up for me, Jimmy. Hi, I'm wearing a suit. Don't worry about my bank account. I need you to hit the goal. Thank you. This is a public service announcement. Hi, I'm wearing a suit. Don't worry about my bank account. Hit the goal. Don't lose that song. I won't. I think I might have just added another clap to it. What up, Avarice? Ladies and gentlemen, Avarice is in the building. Thank you, Avarice. Here's your sound. Get ready.
It's super chatted $5 for the bank account. I mean, go for the goal.
When do you sign with Nephilim? Here's your sound, Metal Stalfos. Hi, I'm wearing a suit. My underwear's dirty. Weird guess. Where are we carrying our cross to, if not inevitability? Golgotha, a martyr's crown in an eternal and holy kingdom. Exterminate me. Prayer rule time. When do you sign with Nephilim? Okay. It's about time for me to get out of here. Chat's gonna start confusing me. My head's hurting. You guys are hurting my brain. On Wednesday, I'll go through user clips, people on Discord who send me clips. I'll go through those on Wednesday. We got a big Ortho Thugs coming up, so a lot of my time is going to be dedicated to that and getting Chasm ready. So Wednesday, we'll go through some clips. We'll hang out. We'll do some regular stuff. I wanted to do a big show. I wanted to show you guys how to do hip-hop dances. I've been planning on doing a cool hip-hop dance show. As you know, I'm cool. So I was going to do that and show you guys how to beat your feet in the streets. And I had a couple other ideas on things I want to do, but today I just had so much stuff going on in my head. I was just like, I'm just going to have to see what happens. I'm just going to have to see what happens. And so that is the show today. But it won't end until I get 2 more super chats, and that's just you know, that's just me believing in myself, investing in myself, and saying it's okay, you can do this, Tony, you know. No, there's this goal. 2 more to hit this goal. Wait, did you guys hit another goal? No, you didn't. This is the only goal right now. Don't trick me. We gotta do everything tomorrow, Tony. That's all right. We could do everything tomorrow. I'm gonna spend the rest of the night working on stuff. Kenneth. Okay. Yeah. Have mercy. What do I gotta do to get you to hit the goal? What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? I gotta go like this? No. I gotta do this? Gotta go over here? KLW, thank you, dude.
KLW 329 super chatted $5.
Here's your sound, buddy. One more, and then we win. Heck yeah, dude.
Unhipbone tipped $4.20.
At Chase Crisps.
I was worried about the bills this week. I was worried that I'd be poor. I was worried I'd have to live in the streets, go to Arby's to charge my phone. I was worried that y'all didn't like me no more. I was worried that I fell off. I'm about to have a dang old panic attack, cause I thought you would hit the goal. but you hit the goal just now. Okay. Kind of a crazy show today. I hope I did a good job. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to the show. I want to thank all the new members. Light of Tabor, Metal Stalfos, Home Ponder, Matt Rob 6, Spoken Silence, Never Cold 808, Reformed Archer. A lot of these are new names. Melaforta Musai, Yakub Floyd, Musiv Channel 9647. What's Musiv? Metal Stalfos, Blood Logos, Dead to the World 71. The name's Craig. Undwarum. H-Town Strong. David Muller, 1958. Mr. Fist 07. Devin Odoro. Dane Snyder. Turbo Diesel. Beef Sleazy. Wilhelm. Anders Gayeth. Quinn Temple. I'm so excited to eat food. Do I have something in my eye? Guys, it's a fast-free week. It's the first preparation week for Pascha. It's a fast-free week. You guys hype? I'm about to eat so much meat, dog. And by that, I mean hot dog. Thank you, Paisia Prayer. Paisia Prayer said, thanks for dressing up, big guy. You know. Thank you, Lasagna. Chase Cross said, tonight's wardrobe makes you look like a member of the MIB, especially with the sunglasses and the suit. I agree. I'm just trying to, you know. I wear a suit on Mondays now, I think. I don't know. Thank you, Unhit Bone. Thank you, KLW329. Thank you, Metal Stalfos. For the bank account, I mean goal, for the goal. Thank you, Avarice, who says, hi, I'm Avarice. Unhit Bone, again. Lasagna, again. If It All Fails. Jared, Chase Cross, The Insomniac. Shoreline Skirt, KLW, Chase Cross, Sterling, Lasagna Metal, Metal, Still Play Outside, Processional Ages, Unhit Bone, Ryan, Total Gravity, Susan Griffith, Total Gravity, Mel Stalfos, M. Lasagna, Magdalene, Sterling Bellows, Metal, Unhip, Susan, Lasagna, Dead to the World, Austin Atulio, Lasagna Sterling, Metal, Lasagna, Austin Atulio, Alexander Miro, Lasagna, Mark Kalish. Oh, wait, nope, that's a different day. If you're not Orthodox, become Orthodox. If you are Orthodox, go to church! What am I doing over here? Hello? Why am I over here?
In a garden brimming with gold and green.
Yeah, I'll raid somebody. I'll raid somebody. You think I won't? Yeah, I'll raid somebody. Pretty good show today, I think. I think I did alright. I think I did okay. Let me see who to raid. Should I go Cleave to Antiquity or Rob Noor?
Next time that you see me, don't. Next time that
Rob?
you see me, they won't. Next time that you see me, don't.
I raided Rob last time. I'll raid Rob.
Next time that you see me.
Next time it's Cleave to Antiquity. Next time I want to raid Cleave to Antiquity.
Next time that you see me, don't. Next time that they see me, they won't.
This time I'm going to raid Cleave to Antiquity. Next time I'm going to raid Rob. That's what I'm going to do. I raided Rob twice last week.
They won't.
Today I'm raiding Cleave to Antiquity. Wait, is he even live? He might not even be live. Hold on. Let me double check. Let me make sure he's live.
They won't. They won't.
So if you want to support the show, I really...
He is live.
They won't.
And you'll be seeing him shortly. I have to let the entire song play.